All right, I'm going to start this game. Okay, there we go. All right, everybody, how we doing today? Just gotta get my one thing open on here, and we can really have some fun. There we go. What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Browns live stream. And who's ready for another 3.5 hours of emotional torture? As today the Browns are facing off against the first overall pick in this past NFL draft, Cam Ward, and the Tennessee Titans, who, come in with one win on the season. Yeah, they followed up an incredibly horrible season last year with another incredibly horrible season. That's tough. That's tough, man. Browns, of course, are 3-9, coming off a loss to the Niners last week. The Titans, honestly, you thought the Browns were bad. The Titans, they already fired their coach. Their season was over weeks ago. Their one win came because of a comeback against the Cardinals. Looks like it's snowing pretty good out there in Cleveland. Cloudy day as the Browns are on the field, rocking the all brown jerseys, looking like walking fudgesicles. I think they're like, what, 2-1 in these jerseys this year? Something like that. Pretty impressive. Oh, we got Chris Myers on the call. Hey, Mark Schlereth. Oh, boy. Yes, by the way, Dion is at this game, I believe. I'm pretty sure he is. All right. So while we get ready for this game, let's get right into the inactives for the Browns. Raheem Sanders, Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin, both injured. Jamari Thrash, Brendan Bates, and Aiden Huntington. I'm pretty sure like the vast majority, if not all of them, besides Sanders, are all injury related. Now for the Titans, probably Tuttle, he's inactive with a concussion. Jarek Reed, Drew Moss, Lloyd Cushenberry, and Jalen Armour Davis are all inactive. Let's see. Yeah. Huddle, Reed, Moss, Cushenberry, and Armour Davis. And then inactive, and then injured reserve. Calvin Ridley's out for the year. Bryce Oliver, Blake Hance, Ellie Gay, L'Jarius Sneed, Olu Wafemi, Oladejo, Anthony, what the heck kind of okay, Orgy, and then Will Levis. Dude, Levis has been out, like, I think since the offseason. It's a July 23rd. Damn. That's tough. So really no surprises there on the inactive list for either team, really. Um, yeah. For Rocket Sanders, he played week 1, and then haven't seen him since. Now, betting odds for this game. Oh. Browns are 4.5-point favorites. Not surprising. Over under 33.5. Money line minus 205 for the Browns, plus 170 for the Titans. And I'll be honest with you, this could be the game where Myles Garrett breaks the single season sack record. Could be the game where he does it. I realistically could see him doing it. That's how bad the Titans are. like, it's funny. He's either going to break the sack record or he's going to do nothing. There's really no in between. He could always get like 1 or 2 sacks in this game. Let's see who he's matched up with. By the way, comparing the stat leaders, Cam Ward, 2,300, 51 passing yards, 246 of 412, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Tony Pollard, 150 carries, 582 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Okonkwo, the tight end, 39 receptions and 406 receiving yards. Jeffrey Simmons, 6.5 sacks. And Gray, the linebacker, 118 tackles. For Ohio State, obviously, Dillon Gabriel, still the leader in passing yards. He's 110 of 185 for 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, with 937 passing yards. Quinshon Judkins, 196 carries, 758 yards, 7 touchdowns. He could easily be a 1,000-yard rusher. He could go off in this game for all we know. And then Harold Fannin leads the team in receiving yards. 51 receptions, 3 touchdowns with 505 receiving yards. Myles Garrett, 19 sacks. He needs 3 to tie the record, 4 to pass it, I believe. And then Carson Swessinger, 106 tackles. In fact, let me actually look that up real quick, too. There's that. And again, Titans lost to the Jags 25-3 last week. Browns lost to the Niners 26-8. In fact, let's see how I already talked a little bit about how what the Jags did against them. Look at this. NFL single season sack record. I'm pretty sure it's 22.5. I could be wrong. Wow. People are like, oh yeah, Notre Dame, man. It's like, join a conference. If you're so mad about Notre Dame missing the playoff, join the damn conference. That's simple. All right, so single season sack record. National Football League. So according to our lads, the left tackle is Dan Moore. Oh God. Right tackle is J.C. Latham. I think no matter what, Myles Garrett eats in this game. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. There's the pregame interview with Myles. You didn't even notice that. They got the dog logo in the tunnel. Didn't even see that back there. I wonder if it lights up when the players come out. People criticize the Haslams, but I'll say this. Whoever, is in charge of like game day experience and like, changing things up, they do a pretty good job with it. So Michael Strahan has 22.5 sacks. He and TJ Watt hold the record for most sacks in a season. The unofficial record, though, is Al Bubba Baker in 1978 with 23. That was before sacks became an official stat. Myles Garrett has 19. So it looks like the Browns will kick off to start. And the kick's away. Titans in all white. They will get the receive. And here's the return. And again, Bubba Baker. Bubba Ventrone's lovely special teams unit fails again. Good return by the Titans. They need to fire Bubba Ventrone, dude. They need to get his ass out of there, dude. So they say Ohio State will play Miami or A&M in the Cotton Bowl on December 31st at 7:30 Eastern. Lovely. Lovely. It'll be a heavy A&M crowd if we face them, or who knows about Miami. All right. Ward, gonna hand it off. It's nothing. Eaten up, loss of 3. Dan Moore, Skoronski, Levin, Zeitler, and Latham up front. Last in total yards and the other stat. Pollard, Ao Manor, DK, Okonkwo, and Helm are the backs and receivers. It'll be in Dallas, so they'll be back in the Cotton Bowl. Shotgun for Ward. Back to pass. Dumps it off. God, look at Ward flying around over there. Damn. Flying around, man. Damn. Garrett, Harris, Graham, and Wright up front. Again, no Malik Collins. He's out for the year. Jerome Baker, Schlesinger, and Devin Bush at linebacker. And then in the secondary, Campbell, Delpit, Hickman, and Ward. And yes, Delpit is the nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year for the Browns. So that's pretty cool. 10, back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to dump it off. Get the first down and more. God, these guys are ass, dude. They give up first downs. That's Tyjae Spears. That's the Browns special. Giving up first downs on 3rd and long. One on like 3 there. Hickman was the only Browns player that was right there. First and 10 for Ward inside the 30. Gets about a yard. That's Pollard. Uh, Second and 8. Gain of 2. All right. Second and 8. Gets about another 3 or so yards. I don't know why my freaking thing is so slow today. Getting poor connection. Classic. 3rd and 6. Another gain of 2. All right. Offense, only team without a. I had how to show the graphic and then you take it away instantly. Can't even read it. Empty backfield. But first down. These guys, they giving up first downs on 3rd down again. Getting walked down the field by the Titans. This team doesn't care. This team does not care. Giving up first downs to the Titans. Damn, Jim. Damn, Jim. All right, I'm going to turn off Twitter. First and 10. About 2. About 2. Second down. And they'll get about 3. Get those yards back. Ooh. Guy's falling down, and yeah, this we're going 3-and-out. Great opening drive, Kevin. Kevin or Tommy, regardless, they both suck. He, Gray, Barton, and Ward up front, linebacker. Harris, Hooker, Winston Jr., and Baker in the secondary. Bum ass team. Shotgun for Sanders. Back to pass. Sack. I mean, you can only laugh. KT Leviston is literally just an airport turnstile. Yep, he's an airport turnstile. Literally. I could probably go past him. Leviston, oh, just I mean, you could have picked someone out of the stands and had him do something like that. Good job, Kevin. Yep. Good job, Kevin. Great drive. Bum. And now we have whistles and a false start. This team is they're done, dude. This is comedy at this point. Comedy. Comedy. This team's an abomination, I believe. Schlereth believes that's OPI. Yeah. OPI on the offense. That'll back them up. Back them up. Back them up. Back that ass up. So, like, my background doesn't look as blotchy anymore. I think that's what it is. Because, again, it has to render the background. This background looks brighter. And already I can tell, like, it's not as blotchy on my screen anymore. It's going to be blotchy because my freaking internet's slow as molasses. But still. 1st and 10. Oh, okay. Oh. All right. Under center. A challenge. Although looking. Oh, backwards pass. Oh. Now Cleveland's reviewing it. Whatever it is. That's how you start a game when you're tanking. 100%. JOK, wow, he's a dog pound captain today.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining. And lasting steroid remission. Check, check, and check. Rinvoq can lower the to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and bladder. Serious infections like pot, some basal. Mantis, lymphoma, and skin. Serious allergic reaction. GI tears, death.
Oh, man.
BB event. Tell your doctor. Have this event infection. Hep B or C, smoked or pregnant or violent. Don't take if allergic or have an infection. Put UC in from the check and keep them there with Rinvoq. Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq. Learn how AbbVie can help you save. What's the insulin castle? Hurry, get dark and temperature drops. And some of their names.
Someone on Twitter yesterday talked to Tony Grossi on Twitter and said Browns will trade up for Mendoza and accidentally draft his brother, Alberto, the backup.
So we good chicken. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season. AFC's Chicken Pot Pie. AJ Brown is a football star, but he also has been good like a regular person. So we had one for his.
It's cool though. JOK, the dog pound captain today. Steam the hell out of the city, dog. Well, technically, they will be moving out of Cleveland. They'll be going to Brook Park. Technically. Backwards pass. All right, so Browns lost a timeout. 1st and 10. Yeah, it's going to be 14-0 in no time. Because this team don't give a dang. Can't even stop the Titans offense. Like, what are we doing? Still a challenge? Yep. Yep. Second and 2. First down. They're getting a first down damn near every play. They're getting dog walked by freaking Pollard and these running backs. Cincinnati's already leading Buffalo. At the 25. Hands it off again. Gets maybe a yard. Like, you know exactly what they're going to do, and they can't stop it. Wow. Bet you Deshaun's going to be the starter next year. I wouldn't be surprised. Third Browns rookie with 100 plus tackles in a season with Wally Rayner and TJ Ward. 4 minutes to go, approaching here in the first quarter. Back to pass. Oh, nice breakup by Devin Bush. 2nd and 9. I'm sorry, 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Can they actually get off the field here? Doubtful. And I would love a turnover, but yeah, turnovers are just like a meh. You got to care to get turnovers. 3 for 3 on 3rd down. They've averaged about 6 yards to go. Cavaliers have emerged as the favorites to beat Chris Paul's next team. I wouldn't mind Chris Paul. I really wouldn't. Back to pass. Intercepted. Devin Bush. There he goes. 30, 20, and that's a massive return for Devin Bush. Wow. I talked about, oh, we need an interception, we need a turnover, and we got it. I guess he cares because he got a turnover. So good at predicting that stuff. He threw it right to Devin Bush. It's crazy how Devin Bush seems like he's been one of the best players on this team. He just went back in the coverage and snuck that. Give me that. Wow. He baited him. You got to mess with the rookie's eyes. And he did. He kind of faded into coverage. Ward, I don't think really saw him do that. And he tried to fit it in there. And Devin Bush said, give me that. Hey, give me that. 1st and 10 Browns at the Titans 39. Can they take advantage of this? Empty backfield for Shedeur. Back to pass. Caught. That's Larvadane, I believe. Oh no, that's Fanine. That's Fannin. First down. I saw a 4. I was like, that's too big to be Larvadane. It's Njoku out there. Fannin, you see why he's our best receiver. He actually played defense in high school. I didn't even know that. Just outside the 20. Shotgun for Shador. And okay, he'll get about a yard off of pure will. Not crazy though. Devin Bush has been one of our best players on defense. 4th in receiving yard, receptions, first downs, and receiving yards. He's 5th since week 13 in terms of rookies. Dealing with Tyler Warren, yeah, it's impressive. Back to pass. Caught by Judy, gets to the 20. 3rd and about 8. Kind of shocked Judy caught that ball. Oh, Cam Ward, yeah. I like Shador. I just wish we had better weapons for him. We got him a good tight end and Fannin though, to go with Njoku, and a good running back. At the 20, 3rd and 8. Back to pass. Shakes the defender. Now he's running around. He's just going to throw it away. He's been really out there. He must have been looking at like Fannin or somebody. Everybody was covered. So, of course, the Browns are going to end up with 3 points. Yeah, come on. So, for 38-yard attempt for Smith. Kick is up and good. Flag down. Talking to Kevin about something. Sides, defense. Oh. So field goal is successful. He probably was like, well, it's not enough for a first down, so I'll take the points. 7-3, Titans lead. Well, at least we get points out of it. Unlike a certain team yesterday, we ended up with 3 points in the red zone. Unlike another team I know. Funny. The really good team on Saturdays can't make field goals, reliably, and the trash team can, for the most part. At least Shador's not a statue in the pocket. He tries to buy time for his receivers to get open. Nobody could get open, though. That's been a problem all year. Nobody can get open. That's why we need a guy like Carnell Tate, I think. Yeah. Heck on 3 like here. You know what's funny though? The background, when I had it on the other one, it was all blotchy and garbage. I changed it to this one, and it comes through clear. So I think it's like all about OBS rendering the background. It's weird how OBS is like that. All right. Wow. Cam Ward. Wow. I mean, I'm just happy we ended up with 3 points, but man, we could have had 6 there. So here's the kick coming up. Both teams are trash. Wow. And kicks away. In the end zone and fair catch. It'll be touchback. So he threw his 7th interception of the year. Cam Ward did. Wow, look at that. Wow. Let's get another turnover here, guys. Look at the turf. Oh, tearing it up. Under center for Ward. Pollard breaks it. 40, 30. Tackled his ass. Touchdown. First play. Wow. Tony Pollard looking like Jamal Lewis out here against us. First play. Great job, defense. 13-3. Extra point pending. Pathetic ass tackling. No effort at all. Ward, you gotta take him down, bro. Damn. Gets up and good. 14-3 Titans. First play, right after we score. Hey, we got 3 points. Pollard literally running around like prime Jamal Lewis. You know what, though? Ones could never execute stuff like that. Guys would be falling on their faces and everything. Damn, Denzel, how do you not tackle him, bro? Damn. Wow. Good job, Jim Shorts. Someone called him that on Twitter, and I'm like, that's a funny nickname for him. Jim Shorts. Abysmal. You're getting cooked by a team with no head coach. They fired Brian Callahan and getting cooked. Apparently not. Giving up touchdowns to the Titans. All right, kicks away. It'll go. Oh, that's in the end zone. That's in the out of bounds. I thought he was going to do it again. I thought he was going to go after it like he did last week. So Browns will get it automatically at the 40 after the kick goes out of bounds. I was like, don't touch that damn ball, bro. And he didn't, luckily. After last week, bro. So they'll get the ball already at the 40. Yeah, no Teller today, no Conklin. 14-3 Titans. Play action. Dumps it off to Judkins. He's got space. And there goes Judkins now. The two. Damn it. Why do you get ankle tackled? He was responded with a first play touchdown of his own. Oh, no, I don't want to. Oh, Judkins, man. I said before, remember? Oh, they could never execute a play like that. So they were like, huh, watch this. He almost scored. Just 25 just made him. Oh, no, it was 23 that took his ankles out. So, of course, they go, now what? Timeout? Who called timeout? Browns? Trying to say that he was, they're trying to see like where he stepped out. Oh, I see. He probably did step out, but still a good run, though, by Judkins. Still a great run. Maybe it's a better thing that we don't have the ball inside the 5 because this team can't score for crap inside the 5. It's run by Quinchon, though. Damn. Yeah, Tennessee's reviewing whether Judkins had stepped out way before he got to where he was. If he did step out, it's probably around like the 30, 25-yard line. Still had a good run, though. Still a fabulous run. Because he didn't really get to him until around the 20-yard line, 20, 25-yard line. Hmm. Yeah, their O line is garbage. They've given up the most sacks in the NFL. Still a lot of game left. I said before the game, I was like, Miles is either going to break the sack record today, or he's going to get 0. There's really no in between. Maybe he'll get like 1 or 2, but the way he is, he's either going off like 3 or 4 sacks, or he's getting 0. So the Titans lost the challenge. And it was close. There's like a sliver of green in the way. You can't really tell. So they lose the challenge. Browns will get the ball at the 2-yard line. So both teams had an unsuccessful challenge. 58 yards on that last play. First 7 plays, they had 17 combined. Judkins and the Wildcat. Snap. Gets a loss of 3. Yeah, how about we stop with the Wildcat? Because, yeah, they were like more than ready for it, considering you've done it like 5 times already. Let's do it again. If you want to get them on their off the rocker, have Judkins throw it. Like the Dontario Poe play. He'll fake up and then bing. Second and goal. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Should this team not score again or score 3 again? Unserious ass team, I tell you. Unserious. They would get the ball down to the 2 and not score.
Introducing
Chubb flashbacks. Wow. Watch. Daniel Jones holding the back part of his lower right leg. Ugh. In the Achilles area. Ooh. Man, that would be tragic to lose Daniel Jones after the season he's had. To an Achilles? Kevin trying to outdo Day in the red zone. Well, actually, it's been Day trying to outdo Kevin. I would love to see the Browns have a Buckeye impression and score a touchdown here, but that's asking an awful lot. This team simply doesn't do that. No, touchdowns are too much fun. They don't like fun.
find something in the store at Genesis Entertainment. Get one of my neighbors.
I can't believe y'all are losing to Tennessee. I'm not surprised. Tony Pollard is out here kicking our ass. Swan, wake up, Barstool. The Herd. First things first. Man. You know, I remember the heyday of ESPN when it wasn't just Sports Center and a bunch of discussion talk shows, debate shows. Like you actually had other good shows on too. 74 total yards, 2 first downs for the Browns in the first quarter. Titans had 140 total yards and 6 first downs with 1 turnover that we turned into 3 points. Browns are getting at the 3-yard line here. Second and goal. Shedeur back in at quarterback here. Under center. Hands it off. Gets to the 2 again. Yeah, they're going to find a way to not score here. Third and goal. They're going to find a way to not score here. They tried the Stefanski special. That was Corley, and he found it in the end zone. Hooker. Yeah, Hooker took his ass out. Damn. So he's down and injured.
Tennessee right now playing some inspired. Still checking on Foreman.
It's sad how the Browns are like, man, these fools ain't scoring. They're going to end up with 3 more points. So you do the fake jet sweep and you pitch it to Judkins or something, or you take it yourself. Goal. 14-47 in the first half. Oh, I forgot to change the thing over. There we go. Third and goal at the 1.5 yard line. You know these bums ain't getting it in. Hell no. Fannin goes to the left. Touchdown Njoku. It's a rough catch, but he caught it. I think he landed on the ball. Ooh. It's a hard surface. And he landed on stomach on the ball. Ugh. Nice throw by Sanders, though. Let's see. Brought it in. Ball never touches the ground. That's landing on a hard surface. Wow. Nice catch. Nice catch by Njoku. 2000 ESPN was the best with Eisen and Crawford. There was honestly nothing better as a kid growing up in the early 2000s than waking up in the morning and turning on TV, turning on the Sports Center, and seeing Rich Eisen and Jay Crawford. Remember the show Cold Pizza? That's what First Take was before it became First Take. Man, now these days all it is debate shows, debate, debate, debate. Sports Center and all debate shows. Then you actually had game shows. Like who remembers Stump the Schwab? Remember that show? Around the Horn was a pretty good one too. PTI's still around. I don't know if that show will be around long. The way that they do it over there, because you got to have more Sports Center. Gotta have more Sports Center. I remember when ESPN, the main ESPN station, was a mixed bag of different shows. And then ESPN News would essentially just be like where you get your news. Today's ESPN is practically your news station for sports. Honestly, if you look at if you look at Fox 2, FS1, that's all debate shows stuff now too. Like last night, I was watching these videos about NASCAR, the early 2000s NASCAR. That was prime era. That was prime era NASCAR. So when Joku's up, he definitely landed on the bike. Like he definitely took a ball to the stomach, though. That had to hurt. If you've ever oh, yeah. All right, extra point coming up. That sucks. It's up and good. All right, 14-10. Now defense. How about you actually pitch a 3-0? There's the dump off play to Judkins that put him in this spot. Judkins run, dude. I will say he was never really a burner at Ohio State or Ole Miss, but he was a guy that if he got in space, he was very tough to bring down because he's very sturdy, very strong base. He breaks tackles easily. He's like Nick Chubb. He's like a little bit of Nick Chubb and a little bit of Kareem Hunt in one guy. Dylan Sampson's active. I don't know. I mean, he's inactive. I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. 14-10 Browns trail. Yeah, Njoku 100% landed on the ball or something. He was definitely in some discomfort though. Especially on the cold surface. Skin in the snow, frozen leather like that, that's not soft. All right, so we Give the ball back to the Titans. 14-10. Oh, Jaguars. Kobe Myers, another touchdown. Oh yeah, Daniel Jones is out now. That's tough. 13-7. Okay, defense. How about we get the ball back here? 14 snaps for Garrett, 0 sacks, pressures, or tackles. Still 4 away from the record. I thought maybe he'd, eat away at that number today, but I don't even know if he's going to do anything here. They're throwing everything at him. 1st and 10. Tyjae Spears gets about 3. Yeah, they have been a very effective run team today. Which is crazy because the Browns are usually really good at stopping the run. But they're doing everything to keep Garrett away from Ward. Quick passes, running the ball, going away from Garrett. Second and 7. Wide open. And they'll get near the first down. 1 yard to go. So it'd be what, 3rd and 1? Yep, they still just don't bother to even really cover these short routes. 3rd and 1. Got it. Yeah, he got it easily. This team ain't getting off the field on 3rd down. They straight up ain't getting off the field on 3rd down. Titans are not playing like a 1-win team. Not at all. They're playing like they got their ass beat by the Jaguars last week and they're pissed off. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Dumps it off. Come on, tackle his ass. Damn. God. 2nd and 6. All right, 2nd and 6. At the 50. Shotgun for Ward. Back to no. Oh, tipped and incomplete. That wasn't tipped, but it was overthrown. 3rd down. Yeah, the Titans ain't stupid. They're not gonna. They saw what we did to Geno. They're not gonna have Ward sitting in the backfield like Geno was. To this day, I'm like, what was Chip Kelly even on to have his quarterback sitting back there like that? They didn't have him rolling out in the pocket or anything. Just sit back there and get your ass beat. I don't know. Weird strategy by them. But I was like, damn, 10 sacks though? Sheesh. 3rd and 6. Can the Browns get off the field here? Pressure coming. He's going to throw it wide open. Overthrows this man. DK had cooked both dudes in the secondary. So if he had caught that ball, he was gone for a touchdown. Right as he got rid of the ball. So punt unit out for the Titans. Where can I watch the game? If you're living in the viewing area, you can watch it on Fox. But if not, you have to watch it on Sunday Ticket like your boy is right here, like I am. And we got whistles. Plessinger The spotter must have called down and said, "Get Swessinger off the field." Looks a little dazed. So they're going to have him go off to the tent to get evaluated for concussion, I guess. Might have been a little rattled because he took a pretty big hit there. And then take down Ward. Might have been some low-key friendly fire, too. 4th and 6. Punt unit out. It's blocked it. Fair catch. Bobbled it. It's total punts, bro. He stinks. He can't field punts to save his life. Barely last week is still living in his head because the dude damn near bobbled it. Well, he did bobble it, but luckily it didn't go far. Larvadane should, I mean, bro. Another disaster class for special teams. Oy.
Wegovy is proven to lower blood in your cardiovascular. Don't take it to your and to cardiovascular plan has surgery or periodic rest. Practical plan. It's not in. Get that alcohol right away. Get a lot of blood. Your stomach correct. Similar to the action.
Last week he did that, I think, twice. Ryan Day said, according to Pat Murphy, Day said Brian Hartline will be down at South Florida or some this week, and then we'll be back. Day said when Hartline is here, he will be locked in, and that is important to him being a Buckeye and what this place means to him. Just tell him to stay down there in freaking Florida. He's not going to be locked in. He didn't sleep much last night. Sick to his stomach. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Throwing the ball on 3rd and 1. Yeah, he clearly sold that game. Like not on purpose, but he held back. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if the Browns can put up another great drive like last time. Yeah. I almost wonder though, what did DeAndre Carter? He's still out. He's been out for sheesh, most of the season. I almost forgot about him. At this point, you can't have him back there returning punts. No offense to him, but he's rattled up here. He's still thinking about last week. It's one of those cases where you try so hard not to mess it up, and you end up messing up. But yeah, they would have had DK wide open. DK was wide open, and he missed him. So here's the Browns at their own 9-yard line. Play action. Caught. Nice catch. Jerry Jeudy made another catch. Wow. 1st and 10. Wow, Jeudy. Got open. Wow. He was open, and he caught the ball. Hands it off to Judkins. He'll get about 4. Concussion is out with a concussion. Corley's out with a concussion. And Njoku's out with he's questionable with a knee. So it wasn't a good thing. It was a knee thing. So he probably landed a knee to the freaking hard turf. Hands it off. Judkins fights for about a yard. 3rd and 5. Sixth season for Kevin Stefanski, two-time Coach of the Year. Both times he won the award, the Browns made the playoffs. I want to try and get Isaiah Bond one here. Get him open and get him the ball. 3rd and 6. Pass to 25. Back to pass. Dumps it off. This is Ford. First down. Wow. I like that. Get your guys in space and let them run. Good job to Ford, getting it to Ford. Freaking Levis thing got put on his ass. But he held up long enough for Sanders to get the ball to Ford. Tommy Rees, the OC for the Browns. I'm sure college teams have looked at him. I think Penn State did. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws it deep. It's caught, but he was out of bounds. He caught it, but it was out of bounds. Freaking Tillman, dude. Yeah. Tillman might be. He's not a great receiver at all. Oh yeah, Sanders got hit afterwards. 2nd and 10. With it. Oh. You get about 7 yards with the run. Third and about 2. Down. That's Sampson. There you go. A little tempo, I see. It looks like a little. This time though, they huddles. Yeah. Back to pass. Still at the ground. 2nd and 10. I'm gonna run it. I guess to try to go to Fannin, and there's a flag down too now. Intentional grounding. Hmm. He's way off to the left here. He ran, but he's like, oh crap, I can't do that. So it'd be 2nd and 20 now. Classic Browns. Titans are crowding the line of scrimmage. Like they're, yeah. Back to pass. He almost brought that in. 3rd down. This O-line stinks, dude. Oh, they can't block for crap. You can have Sanders sitting back there, though. You got to do stuff to force the defense to kind of stop and process what's going on. Third and 20. Sampson in the backfield. Back to pass. But that's Fannin. And he gets the first down. He's about 3 or so yards short. Fourth down. Good stuff by Fannin, though. Yeah, open he is. Damn. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 2 here. I think. Probably not going to get it. They'll find some way to mess it up. I think they're just okay. Nah, he's not going to jump. Timeout. Oh, there's a flag. Yeah, delay of game. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Game was calmed down with that points by Tennessee on pin that back deep. See if your defense can create another turnover like they did on that push.
Punt. Fourth and 7. Come on, punt it. There you go. Return. Flag down. Tennessee was offsides. If that is the call here. Let's see.
Yeah, reason maybe you don't do that unless the punter won't move. We'll be back with that decision.
See what the call is here.
And the flag came up right away. Nah, clearly not my duty. What? See, yeah, you see the, yeah, you know. We had some on the wall right here.
Yeah, you see that clearly.
This holiday, Verizon got the craziest deal ever. More iPhones, some good phones, all on deal. You just still.
So yeah, it's looking good though, considering his lack of weaponry for the most part.
Your cocktails perfectly mixed. Got water. Open the bar. Have you heard the script?
All right, let's tune this down a little bit now. But now, when it comes to future streams, it's going to be an interesting schedule because the Cavs don't play for a week now. They don't play until the 12th. And the Browns obviously will be back next Sunday against the Bears. That'll be fun. Buckeyes don't play for 3 weeks now. So we do some other stuff. Maybe a Blue Jackets stream. I know y'all would love that. I'll probably end up doing a Blue Jackets stream. And then, of course, I might do some other bowl games. Me and JB Taylor probably going to link up for a couple bowl games. We'll have to decide what games to do. Yeah, apparently Ohio State will play Miami or Texas in the Cotton Bowl on December 31st at 7:30 Eastern. Lovely. So back in the Cotton Bowl. That was the place where also Schlesinger is back out there, which is good news. But the Cotton Bowl was where Jack Sawyer had that scoop and score that took out Texas. Yeah, I could do some basketball for the Buckeyes. Maybe. 1st and 10. Hands it off. And they'll get about 7. You're just getting whatever they want on the ground. Look at that. 11. And then bang. 19. Hasn't even registered a stat. He's been getting some cardio. See, they're just getting the ball out quick and everything. Because dudes are open. These guys don't even bother covering their guys. They're not even bothering covering these dudes and they're leaving them open. Wire really put the hit on Ward there. Damn. Bowl's your second favorite behind the Rose? Jerry World's always been rather nice to the Buckeyes, to be fair. They've played some great games there. Back to pass, dumps it off, but right into the clutches of Miles Harden. He was right there. The receiver was blocking Harden right into the route. Yeah, I mean he was pretty much served right up to him. Good job by Harden to finish off the tackle. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Bo Hardegree, the quarterback's coach, play caller as well. Just past the wrong 20. Man in motion. Dumps it off and a flight. That's going to be offsides. See, now Miles is going to start jumping off sides because he can't get to the damn quarterback in time. He's trying to time the snap to where he can jump it. Yep. Oh my God, Miles. You know, how about they move Miles around, man? Stop having him on the left side. Put him in the middle. So it'll be 3rd and 3 now. Thanks to Miles. Coach is talking to the ref. I'm like, wait, what? Mike McCoy, the interim head coach. He was the Chargers head coach from 2013 to 2016. He was the coach of the Chargers when the Browns beat them on that faithful Christmas Eve in 2016. And then they went 0-16 the very next year. 420. Oh, yep, 3rd and 3. 4:22 to go and counting, year and a half. Browns down 4. Hey, Miles, this would be a great time for you to get in that backfield. Of course, we have to cover the receivers and such. Oh, batted away. Great play by Tyson Campbell. Got his hand in there and broke it up. 4th down. Against Van Jefferson. Nice job breaking that up. Actually, he more or less threw it right to Campbell. Watch Campbell here. Okay, maybe it might have been tipped by Swessinger, but still, great play. Great play. Here's the punt. All right. Larverdane fields that one cleanly. And he'll get a decent return out of it. And get a modest return. Browns will get it back. Deion Sanders in the house, supporting Shedeur, of course. That's funny. Oh, oh yeah, the Mizzou game. Yeah. It was against a backup, though. I'm not going to talk about that game. Under center. Play action. He's going to take off. And he'll go down around the 41-yard line. First down. Great job using them legs. Use that ability to scram with it. Nobody was really open. Wide open hole upfield. Took that opportunity. I mean, someone got open late, but he wouldn't have been able to throw it there. Because he didn't see him. By the time he saw him, he was already running. 1st and 10. Oh, trying to go to Judy. Barely missed him. 2nd down. Job by Judkins to pass protect. Dolphins' Devon Achane is questionable with a rib injury. 10 rushes, 12 passes. Empty backfield for Shedeur. Back to pass. It was 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Browns threw a little front flip in the end zone. That's what I'm talking about, Jerry. And he throws dimes out here, man. My goodness. Wow. Now that's a good way to get the vibes going again. Get Judy in space and got him the ball. Browns up 2. Extra point pending. Beautiful throw, too. They ain't lying, you know. He's very accurate. Kick us up and good. Browns up 17-14. What a dime of a pass, too. Oh, a little double move action. Cuts up field and outruns the defender. And gets in the end and does a little front flip. Okay, Judy, I see you. I am of a throw. Right in the pocket, right in the hands. Easy money. Easy money. The thing is, he could have had what? He could have had a touchdown to Judkins earlier, but he got tripped up. Front flip. People say, Shedeur hates him. Nah. Shedeur just got to be like, man, you got to get open for me, man. I can get you the ball. And don't freaking drop it either. Looking to Tommy up top, I'm guessing. So here's the kick. It's a lower kick into the end zone, deep in the end zone for a touchback. Sworn we lost in the All Browns. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong. I could have sworn we lost in the All Browns before, like this year. But so we're just throwing touchdowns to Njoku and Judy. Very impressive stuff out of the Browns offense. But now we need the defense to go out there and pitch another 3 and out, or get a turnover or something. Get us the ball back. Come on, bring his ass down, bro. Pollard doesn't deserve to be on that team, man. He needs to be on a winning team. He's too good to be on this whack ass Titan team. They stink, and he's out here running his ass off. You know, that's okay. That's true. Okay. I could have sworn we lost, but okay. We lost a game in these jerseys, but yeah, I think we are undefeated now that I think about it. Yeah. One random game against the Raiders, too, that we wore the white helmets, white jerseys, orange pants. Second and 6. Minute warning. All right.
Front side of the house. Oh, okay. Challenging to stand. I was waiting for coin dogs to stick with it. Generation GMC terrain formation. Choose to challenge. We challenge too lately. Current eligible SE. But please on the 2026 ceiling elevation for around 2 million output. We are professional grade.
You gotta admit, and you need to smell fresh. That's why
Ours-
New Unstoppables gives you 12 to 24-hour non-stop freshness. So
What?
no matter how long
How come ours buffers and gives us that great? I don't have the clue.
Smell unstoppable.
It's never built to get PS4. It's very good.
Oh man. So Judy now has what? 2 touchdowns on the year? Yeah, I could have sworn we lost to the All Browns, but hey, if we're undefeated, I love that. Packers and the Fins. We didn't just beat the Dolphins; we kicked their butt. Aside from that Raider game, the Dolphins game was the most dominant game I've watched from this team this year. They forced Tua to turn it over 3 times. But this makes me wonder, what if they gave Shedeur a chance earlier in the year? Right? A lot of people are going to look back and go, what if they didn't start off with Joe or Dylan? What if they went to Shedeur immediately? We were never going to start with Shedeur. He had to earn his way, and he did. But after this, man, he keeps this up. You can't sit him down for Dylan. Honestly, next year, you have him compete with Deshaun and Dylan at QB next year. I don't know if Deshaun's ever going to play again, but he's not going to go away because that contract is too massive. 32 degrees and snowing. Shotgun for Ward. Around the end, first down. Tyjae Spears. So both teams have 2 timeouts. Both teams lost a timeout on a challenge. Yeah, it's pretty clear their game plan. Get the ball out quick, stay away from Miles, don't let him affect the game, because if you sit back in the pocket, he's going to get you. They honestly need to move Miles around a little bit too. Get a few yards. .138 and counting here in the first half. 2nd and 6. Miles hasn't registered a stat, I don't think. No pressures, sacks, or anything. 1 touchdown in rushing offense, 120 yards on 16 rushes. It's about 2. 3rd and about 4. 17-14 Browns. In the opening drive, Titans went down the field, scored a touchdown. We go down, field goal. Then they get a touchdown right after we scored. 14. We get a touchdown, thanks to Judkins mainly, which of course that went to Njoku. And then the one we just had. 3rd and 5, back to pass. Sure, down. Myles Garrett gets the sack. He's what now? 3 away? You knew he was going to get to him eventually. 4th down. See, they had him moving in around inside on a stunt. Good defense, good coverage downfield. Ward had to sit with it, and there was nowhere to go. Oh, Jerry Jeudy touchdown with Mark Schlereth on the call. Okay, that's the beef thing, because Schlereth criticized Jeudy, I think, a while back. And the punt's away. Larvadain fields it, but doesn't get really anything on it. Sacks, most in team history. 13th player all time with 20 plus in a season. He is now 3 sacks from breaking the single season record. And we'll see what the Browns want to do here. They're probably just going to take a knee and go in for half. Yeah. Or are they going to do something with it? They might try to do something with it here. We'll see. Shotgun for Shedeur. Dumps it off to Fannin. Gets to the 20. Few yards. 2nd down. Yeah, Myles Garrett finally got on the sack board. He's got 20 now. Unless that was just a half a sack. But still. Yeah, they're going to go in for halftime. All right. So at half, Browns up 17-14. And again, another game where after that horrible first drive, Shedeur, 9 of 14, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cam Ward, 9 of 15, 70 yards, and a touchdown and a pick. All right, so we'll go over everything here in a moment. As I set everything up, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell if you're enjoying the show. All right. Burrow versus Allen. Love to see it. Vintage. Khalil Shakir. Mm-mm. Wow. So Browns lead 17-14 at halftime. Cam Ward, 9 of 15. Like I said, 70 yards, a touchdown and a pick. And then on the ground, though, Tony Pollard, 10 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Tyjae Spears, 5 for 20. And then Cam Ward has 2 for 4 yards. Receiving, Tyjae, 2 for 28. Chig Okonkwo, 2 for 20. Ilik Eyamanor, 1 for 14. Van Jefferson, 1 for 6. David Martin Robinson, 1 for 6 yards. Hunter Helm has 2 receptions for -4 yards. And then they have 1 sack, which was split between Jeffrey Simmons and Jalen Harrell. And then for the Browns, Shedeur Sanders, 9 of 14, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not much on the ground, 10 carries, 31 yards as a unit. Shedeur has the most rushing yards, 2 for 22 yards. Sampson has 1 for 4. Judkins, 6 for 3. Corley, 1 for 2. But through the air, Jeudy, 3 receptions, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Judkins, 1 for 58. Fannin, 3 for 36. Ford is 1 for 9 yards. And Njoku has 1 for 1 yard with a touchdown on his 1 target. Gage Laverdane muffed a punt return, but he recovered it. And then 1 sack for Myles Garrett. So that puts him at 20 now. The record is 22.5. So he needs 3 to become the official all-time sack leader in the NFL. Devin Bush has an interception for 44-yard return. And then that's really it there. All right, let's take a look around the league. Around the league. Around the league. At halftime. What the heck? Zane Gonzalez kick return touchdown to Shaheed to Seattle. Seattle kick return touchdown. That's tough. Wow. That's how they start off the third quarter with a kick return touchdown. That's freaking hilarious. That's classic, though. 13-6 Seattle coming out of halftime. Literally. First play out of halftime. Kick return touchdown. 21-11. Bengals lead the Bills. They're in the third quarter now. Vikings lead the Commanders 14-0 in the third. Just heading into halftime. Dolphins lead the Jets 24-7. Bucks lead the Saints 10-7 at halftime. Jaguars over the Colts 21-10. Daniel Jones, I believe, is out with an injury. And then the Steelers lead the Ravens 17-9. And of course, the Browns are up 17-14. And I think the Browns get the ball to start the second half, too. And then, of course, coming up in the 4 o'clock slate, Broncos Raiders. We all probably know how that's going to go. Possibly. Bears and Packers, 425. Rams and Cardinals also at 425. And then tonight, Texans and Chiefs. And then tomorrow, Eagles and Chargers. Monday Night Football. Let's go look at the schedule for college football because I want to see if they have announced any more bowl games. So next week, or actually this upcoming week, on Saturday the 13th, Army-Navy at M&T Bank. And then the bowl games. Okay, here we go. In the Celebration Bowl, there will be South Carolina State and Prairie View A&M. How about this? In the Bucked Up LA Bowl, what a name, at SoFi, it'll be Washington against Boise State. Oh, a good game on Saturday the 13th as well. And then we don't have any teams for the Salute to Veterans Bowl yet. But South Florida will face Old Dominion on Wednesday the 17th in the Cure Bowl. Louisiana and Delaware will face off in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Missouri State will face Arkansas State in the Xbox Bowl. Ford Center at the Star. So they'll be playing that game in the practice facility pretty much. That's cool. And then, of course, you have the first round of playoff games on the 19th. Okay, so 8 o'clock, Alabama, Oklahoma. Will be live for that game. That's on the same day as the Myrtle Beach and the Gasparilla Bowl, 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Honestly, I might do a doubleheader that day. I might do one of those two games depending on the matchup, and then I'll do the first round game, Alabama, Oklahoma. Why not? Maybe. And then when it comes to Saturday, Miami and A&M at 12 noon. I got to go live for that because that's our opponent. Tulane and Ole Miss at 3:30. That's going to be the game that I sit out. And then I might do James Madison and Oregon, which makes sense because that's Dante Moore. Yep. I legit might have to stream that game too. So that's probably how I'm going to do it. Yep. That's how I'm going to do it. Miami A&M at noon. James Madison, Oregon at 7:30 on TNT. That's going to be weird. The only other bowl games that have been really announced, Cal and Hawaii on the 24th, Christmas Eve, in the Hawaii Bowl. And then at 4:30 on the 26th, the day after Christmas, New Mexico and Minnesota in the Rate Bowl. Now, obviously, on Christmas Day, I'm going to be doing the Cavs because they play at noon against the Knicks that day. So legit, I'm going to wake up, open my gifts or whatever, and then lock in for the game. First time the Cavs are playing on Christmas since they had LeBron. And then that's it for the bowl games. The only other bowl game that has been announced. Here we go. We got more bowl games. Okay. USC and TCU in the Alamo Bowl. That's on the 30th. And then Ohio State will play on Wednesday the 31st at 7:30 p.m. New Year's Eve. Against either Miami or Texas A&M at the Cotton Bowl. And then other games that day, you'll have Texas against the team up north in the Citrus Bowl. Wow, that'll be fun. They faced off last year. And then Nebraska versus Utah in the Las Vegas Bowl. So we play on Wednesday the 31st. And then January 1st, you'll have Texas Tech, Indiana, and Georgia's games going on. And as far as those games, it depends on the matchup. But I'm probably going to do the same thing, most likely. Well, it depends. Because if Tech and Oregon face off, I'm doing that game 100%. Indiana, Oklahoma or Bama? You damn right I'm doing that game. Possibly. See, I might link up with JB Taylor for that game. Do that. Like a dope idea. And then I'll be back on my channel, solo dolo, for Georgia and whoever wins their matchup. I believe it's Ole Miss and Tulane. Mm. Because again, those two, Ole Miss and Georgia, faced off earlier this year, a few weeks ago actually, and Georgia beat them. They kicked their butt. Indiana, obviously Oklahoma and Alabama faced off a few weeks ago. Oklahoma, I believe, kicked Alabama's butt. And then James Madison and Oregon, I don't think they've ever faced off. Of course, James Madison has only been a D1 FBS team for a few years now, officially. And then Navy will face Cincinnati in the Liberty Bowl on January 2nd. And then that's it. Because after that game, it's literally after the Liberty Bowl, the Mayo Bowl, and the Holiday Bowl on January 2nd. After that, it's all playoff games. Yeah. Of course, if they add more playoff games, then it'll just add on to the schedule. And remember, too, January 2nd is when the transfer portal opens. Officially. So, say Ohio State makes it to the final, the semifinal, right? Yeah. You'd have the 8th and then the 19th for the national championship. That's when the portal opens, January 2nd. So, literally the day of the final games. So, we're getting ready for the start of the third quarter. Don't give the fish satisfaction by streaming Miami. You mean the Hurricanes? The Birds? Because that's an ibis? I'm not talking about. Oh, you're talking about the guy. Okay, I thought you were talking about the. I was like, who? Don't give the fish. But I got to do a. I got to stream our opponent, A&M or Miami. You know I got to stream our opponent. So kick is away, and here's the return. Damn, Ford, what are you doing, dude? God, Ford. Browns will get it here to start the third quarter. Up 17-14. Shedeur looked good after that first drive. Seattle let Tennessee score a touchdown return on them a few weeks ago. Yeah. Just past their own 20. Under center for Shedeur. Hands it off. Breaks the tackle. Around the edge. What's a damn near horse collar. First down for Judkins. Damn near horse collar. Damn near horse collar tackle, man. Come on now. Shedeur under center. Judkins in the backfield. Up there he goes. He'll get about 7. By Judkins. 2nd and 3. Sanders in the gun. Hands it off again. Much real estate, but he'll fall for the near first down. They're giving him the first down. 101. Okay. He was close though. Damn, he was close. Shotgun. Down. Oh, we got it. I want to see one time where Shador fakes the handoff, keeps it, and takes off with it. He used to do that all the time with Deshaun. That's Deshaun. 29 rushes, 58 rush yards, receiving yards, 87 total. Now they got Sampson in there. Hands it off. Oh, I wish you would have been able to shake that tackle. Oh well. Yeah. All right, 2nd and 10. Got triple bunch to the left. One receiver up top. Back to pass. Sanders loading up, throws, and oh, trying to go to Bond and double coverage. They're down. Damn. Bond had to slow down for that too. Might have got just lost in the wind, maybe. I don't know how windy it is. Yeah, that's a tough throw. Might have just lofted it up. Just that was through the hands of Bond. Come on, you gotta catch that, bro. Through the hands of Bond. Daniel Jones is done because most likely, yeah. This year, probably. Career wise, no, he's not done. Oh, what a catch by. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, I thought Fannin caught that. All right, 4th down. Tell you one thing, the defense is at least watchable. Oh, and Sanders got hit too. Uh, oh yeah, no, he didn't catch that. He almost did though. Two near catches. This dude over here on Tennessee's lined up all up on the ball. That's the way. God. Yeah. Ventrone needs to be like canned tomorrow. At least we're looping the ball down the damn field. My God. We never would have seen that from Dylan. Hell no. Dylan would have been dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. At least Shador is letting the ball rip down the field. You know how sad it is that Dylan's longest throw of the year is like 20 some yards? Meanwhile, Shador comes in his debut against the Raiders, throws a bomb to freaking Bond. Definitely has an arm. If you watched him at Colorado, you saw he has a damn arm on him. Has a damn cannon. His need guy is to catch the ball. He can throw it on the dot. Chauncey Billups has reportedly sold his home in Oregon. Going to pay for debt. Got to pay for them lawyers, you know. Got to pay them lawyers, you know. Yeah. Got to pay them lawyers. Like I'm saying, like people have said too, if Shador hooks these last few games, that's going to make our decision with what to do with with our two first rounders very interesting. Because if Shador goes out here and looks really good, do you draft another quarterback? Dante Moore or Fernando? Right? You got Deshaun coming back next year. That's a certainty. Oh, why? Why is he coming back? That contract is way too big. Not after next year, he's gone. Yeah. But until then, he'll be a Brown. I don't know if you'll see the field though. One tackle, one pressure, one sack. All right. Under center. Hands it off. Runs into a wall of dudes and he'll get about 2 yards. Sacks in a season, TJ Watt, 22 and a half, tied with Michael Strahan. Justin Houston, 22. Gastineau, 22. Allen, 22. Miles is at 20. Second and 8. I could go for a turnover right here, defense. Oh, look at that. Now they're eating them up. There you go. Devin Bush. Maybe a gain of 1 for Pollard. Yeah, these guys got to move these old linemen out of the way, man. Can't let them beat you on the line. 100 yards on the game. A season high. 12 rushes, 1 touchdown for Pollard. Yeah, Miles needs 3 sacks. 2.5 to tie. 3 to take the lead. He's at 20. 3rd and 7. Schlesinger coming in like a damn missile. Incomplete. Schlesinger was flying in like a damn missile, man. Damn. I thought he was going to get to Ward there for a second. Garrett coming in again on a stunt. They had 3 dudes blocking him, but that opened up a spot for Schlesinger. Forced Ward out of the pocket and overthrew his man. So another good rep on defense. Schlesinger might honestly be the defensive rookie of the year. He's got a case for it, that's for sure. Fair catch. Just inside the 30. Browns to take over again. Okay. Watching that Judy touchdown, he just does a flip. Do a flip. One of these days, he's going to hit Isaiah Bond and stride for a touchdown. Coming. Fedor Sanders' first ever career red zone pass is a touchdown. Wow, really? Well, yeah, because before they would do wildcat plays. And then when the first one failed, they brought in Shador and he scores. It was 14-3. Because they scored on their opening drive. We went backwards. They get the ball. We pick them off. We get the ball. We score a field goal. Right after that field goal, they go down. Next drive, easy drive, touchdown, a first play. And then we get the ball, and it's been Browns ever since, really. Ah. How about this? From Dante Koplowitz Fleming, senior researcher for the NFL. Shedeur Sanders joined Aaron Rodgers as the only quarterback since 2000 with 4 completions of 50-plus yards in their first 3 career starts. Dillon Gabriel could never. He honestly would never. All right. Bengals blowing it. Not surprising. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Here's Samson, excuse me. Gets about 5 or 6 yards. See what they give him. 6. Oh, the Titans play the Niners and Browns back to back. That's tough. That's tough. What's going on? Chua. Judkins back in the backfield, under center. Just past their own 30-yard line. Hands it off. Judkins gets about 2. 1, maybe 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 for 8 on 3rd down. The average is about 7 yards to go. And this is what, about a 3rd and 1-ish? 3. Ford in the backfield. Play action. Tipped up and out of bounds. Throwing into a crowded space. That's a tough spot to throw and incomplete. Why are you throwing to Tillman? He's a bum. Throw it to Bond or freaking Judy or Fannin. Honestly, Fannin was probably the better option there. He only had a certain amount of time to throw it. Pressure was closing in. So here's another punt. 8:31 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Punts away. Definitely not a good one. It's just inside their own 30. Bjorkes, boy, you stink at punting. Jeez. Oh, whoops, I meant to hit the freaking football. There we go. And tried to throw a snowball at Judy as he was trotting into the end zone. Why? What are we doing, people? You're going to get yourself tossed. Miles scared to get a couple sacks on this drive. This could be the drive right here, theoretically. This could be the drive where he breaks the sack record. He needs 3 more to tie. Or no, 2 more to tie. 3 to take it over. Wilson stinks. He threw an interception. No surprise there. He hasn't been the same since he hurt himself a couple years ago. He'd washed. It's tough. But yeah, in terms of upcoming streams, there's really nothing much to stream. Mavs are off until Friday. Guys don't play again for 3 weeks. I could do a Buckeye basketball game, but I don't think I am. Nah. Other than that, Blue Jackets. I mean, I could probably throw a Blue Jackets stream out there, maybe. I don't know if I want to stream that team though. They're not good. They can't hold a lead for anything. They're like a college kid in liquor. They can't hold it. Jeffrey Simmons and Grant Delpit, the Walter Payton Men of the Year candidates for the Titans and the Browns. Loud noises. There's Delpit and there's Simmons. And Pollard gonna get past the 30. Second down, 8:15 and counting here in the third. 140 yards in the first quarter, 14 points. Since then, they've had 51 yards and 0 points. And there's an injured Titan on the field. Appears to be one of the old linemen, I'm guessing. Can't see who it is. All right, so injury timeout. Fair to wonder what this Browns season looks like if they didn't waste like 5 weeks with Dylan Gabriel. He was doing this. We might have a few more wins on our under our belt. Because I bet you they beat the Jets with Shador playing. They might even have beaten the Steelers too, if you really think about it. Watching Dylan Gabriel throw checkdowns every play for 5 weeks, that really gets you. Puts you in a bad mood.
This holiday season, get Fox Nation for only $2.98 a month. Sign up and start streaming today.
And more. The left tackle's coming off the field. He was the injured Titan. So now they got a backup left tackle in there. Here's and Delpit. How was that not a sack? He freaking brought him down damn near. He shook him off and threw it away. 3rd and 3. Delpit, bro, you should have brought him down, man. Surprised they didn't blow it dead. The heck he. Wow. He's like, man, I had him. 3rd and 3. Empty backfield. Caught. First down. Quick pass. That was 2. And there's a flag down. Oh. They called a timeout. So that play not count? Maybe that play didn't count. That play didn't count. They called timeout before the ball was snapped. So that's tough. They'll try it again. 3rd and 3. Browns caught a break there. That explains why it was so easy. All right. 3rd and 3. Now we have another flag. False start. Offense. It's on JC Latham. The other tackle. I think it's the right tackle. Easy, yeah. He had Myles Garrett on his side. Myles like, haha, gotcha. Gotcha. Got you twitching. 3rd and 8 now. Come on, get a sack here, Myles. How about you get a strip sack or a turnover here? Sure up the middle. He dropped it. Van Jefferson had his guy beat, but Ward had to get rid of it quickly because Delpit once again was flying up the middle. He could not afford to wait another second because Delpit was going to lay his ass out. I think that's why the throw was a little overthrown. Just off the hands. Van almost caught that ball. So here's the punt unit. And here's the return, I think. Nope. It'll bounce and roll inside the 25. Zach Ertz got hurt. Ugh. Let's take over. Oh, that's cool. That's cool though. You got like they're showing a picture of the Bills game, and you got just behind the stadium, you have the new one. That thing is massive. You can see part of the new stadium lurking over the old stadium. 1st and 10 for Shedeur. Here's Fannin again. Ooh. Hit from behind to the 30. 2nd down. Yeah, Arden Key blew him out. Blew him from behind. Whoa. Hit him from behind. Second and 4. On the motions. And then they swallow up Judkins for no gain. Oh, brother. Nobody bothered to block the rusher coming off the edge on the right side, Harrell. It's like, yeah, guys, you got to block him, 3rd and 6. 6:20 to go in the 3rd. Ford in the backfield. Back to pass. Steps up. With it. Throws it away. down. This offense is back to being garbage because the O-line can't block. Freaking Cam Robinson getting beat consistently on the edge. Fourth and 6. Punts away by Bjorquez. Another ridiculously short punt. I don't know if the wind's a factor or what, but my God.
Early detection. Your hand is totally playable. Let's show you ourselves and each other with the same energy we bring on game. Learn more at leonardo.com/NFL.
So Titans at their own 34. Ward in the gun. Pathetic ass tackling. Guys, tackle him! Bush, tackle him! God! Weak ass tackling, man. Alex Wright sold all out for Pollard and. Oh, penalty. So, oh, illegal. Was that an eligible man downfield? So it didn't even matter. 1st and 15 now. I don't know what's up with Delpit. He just. So that play, I don't even think he shook off by Ward. 1st and 15. So one play didn't even count. Then we have like 3 guys jump off sides collectively. And then, oh, let's just let's let them drive to damn near the first down. Defense is having lapses. Offsides, double on the Browns. 2 guys at the same time. Freaking Alex Wright. I'm like, feel out with the freaking jump in the snap. God. Yeah, they got the freaking backup. Well, they got a couple backups in there. But see Miles up top. 2nd and 4. First down for Pollard. 5-12 and counting here in the 3rd. Off 40 to go. 3rd quarter. Just shy of the 45. Ward in the gun, running back to his right. Throws it up. And he underthrew his man too a little bit. I think the pressure was getting to him. Again. He's definitely missed some dudes too. He's missed on some throws. For sure. But also pressure was getting in there too. Even if you don't get him, you're speeding up his internal clock. He's going to be hearing footsteps. 2nd and 10. Browns crowding the line here. Pollard gets like 3 hard-fought yards. It's 3rd and 7. Washington getting smoked by the Vikings. That's tough. 3rd and 7. You know, Browns, I don't ask for much, but get me another turnover here. I'm not sure if they have it in them, though. Back to pass. Throws. Overthrows this man again. That's like the 4th or 5th overthrown pass today. His mental clock is all messed up. 71 yards, 4 first downs since the first quarter. Once these guys settle in, they're fine, I think. They start beating up on that O-line, wearing them out. I want to see Miles get another sack, though, or 2. 4th and 7. Punts away. End zone. Bounced in the end zone. Touchdown. It was close to being done at the 1. It went maybe like a half a yard in the end zone. He almost had it done at the 1, too. Damn. Steelers lead the Ravens 20-16 or 27-16. Damn. Oh, the Jets are wearing their the rivalry uniforms. The Gothams. Really? First and 10. Pressure. Throws it away. Instant pressure again because this whole line stinks. Didn't even really get up to get set to throw the ball because, Cam Robinson is not garbage, but he's bad. KT Leviston's trash, though. 3:08 to go. 2nd down. First down. That's Fannin. Right in the basket. I don't know if you could throw a ball more accurate than that. Oh yeah, I got Hooker on him. Right in the basket, like in stride, no slowing down or anything. Put it right on the money. Pressure bearing down on him too. And the coach, he's like, let's go. All right, inside the 50 now. At the 45. Delayed handoff. He's going to pop it out wide. There goes Judkins. Near first down. And flag down. Holding on the offense. Of course. On Whiteheart. Yep. Been a while since we've seen that. Yeah, he's kind of grabbing his shoulder pads. Supposed to be a blocking tight end. You can't block. Yeah. He would have been fine, but Judkins jumped outside, and that's what drew the holding call. 1st and 20. Sampson's now in at running back. What? Nope, drop. Yeah, let's throw Blake Whiteheart. Freaking NPC ass freaking tight ends, bro. Besides Fannin and Njoku. I think Njoku's been out since he scored the touchdown. 2nd and 20. To pass. Come on, Shador, throw this thing. And picked off. All that to. And now they're going to return it inside the 40. I'm going to. And then he throws it right to them. Oh, Shador, what are you? Should have just thrown it away. God. Yep, we can all thank Blake Whiteheart for ruining that. See, he had a guy right there he could have dished it off to, but then he throws it into traffic and it's picked off. They go to Larvadane, who was like this. Whoa, Shador. Oh, well. Can't be throwing that ball there, man. Especially when your receiver is like already contorted, looking like he's almost going to fall down. And here's Pollard, gets about 7. Sanders should have just thrown it away or took the dump off or something, man. What are you talking about? I'm going to dance around in the pocket. Takes like 10 seconds in the damn pocket. That's probably the first real questionable decision for the Shador Sanders as a starting quarterback for us. He's taking really good care of the ball this year, too. Then he gets happy feet and then he just throws that. Like, what are we doing, bro? And there goes Pollard. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Titans. Oh, of course. Thanks a lot, Shador. Thanks a lot. Good job, Shador. Shador.
Yeah.
All because he just yeeted the ball in the air, and it's, of course, wow. Classic. Just throw it away. Kick is up and good. Yeah, if nothing's there, throw it away. Why are you forcing it into an area where your receiver's not even really ready to catch the ball? He's over here like this. Like, why are you even throwing it there? Just throw it away and live to play another down. No, instead, you force it and it's turned over, and now they're up 21-17 because you don't have. I mean, he has to know he doesn't have a Travis Hunter to bail him out. Why are we throwing to the NPC receivers in the first place? Oh boy. Okay. Snow's really coming down now. Kicks away. This will be short and returned. You get past the 20. Tony Pollard out here running like he was on the Cowboys. They can't freaking tackle him, man. Hands it off to Judkins. Gets about a yard. Ooh, a yard. 2nd down. 2nd and 9. This might be the last. This will be the most likely the last play of the third quarter. Yeah, they have no intention on snapping it.
Let's forget about Castle. Or maybe cards 10% off, so I can see what they pay. Oh my god. Well, you get cards for 10% off that carry that long. It's fun. It's not even good fun. Like fun. It might try to be fun. Get 10% Target gift card with Target Pinball. Step into the world of Nespresso and bring magic to every morning. Shop the holiday gift collection.
I think this game just proves how big Malik Collins was because man, he comes out of the he's out and we can't stop the run. Tony Pollard's out here looking like prime Jamal Lewis. We can't freaking stop him. Like damn.
This chapter doesn't need more space. Just a player that brings you closer. These decisions. Visit MarketMortgage.com to get started.
Here's the full simulation plan on my coach. I'd like you to beat it the better you all learn these fine colors. And not how it works. Teams will Verizon and your AT&T or single bill for better deals today. What's the matter? These are all the same. All the same? Incorrect. Only their sellers built different, but power boost ingredients. Power boost ingredients are unique blended to make it live.
So we go to the fourth, it looks like. I wasn't expecting this crap though. My God. Like literally the Titans are getting whatever they want on the ground. So fourth quarter starting up here in Cleveland. Shotgun at their own 24. Got flags all over the place. Yeah, and neutral zone infraction on the Titans. On Simmons. 3-5 was it 5 yards? Still second down. 2nd and 4. All right, now it's just shy of the 30. Under center. Swallowed up. These guys freaking suck, man. Losers don't want to block now, apparently. Cam Robinson, crash. Batonio, old. Posick, yeah. I mean, I guess he's all right. Of course, he got blown up off the line there. Like he wasn't even there. It's almost like Posick wasn't even there. 3rd and 7. Almost like they weren't even there. No, we got an injured Brown. It's Posick. Uh, Patrick Star could block better. You know, anybody could. Me and you probably could. If we're being honest. I mean, everyone in my chat could be a better blocker than these guys. Pink Pony Club. Imagine losing to the team that lost to the Titans and losing to the Cavs G League team. Damn. Yeah, Miami. So Postic gets carted off. Yeah, his knee looked like it kind of buckled or something there. It's tough. 3rd and 7. Shotgun with Judkins to the left. Back to pass. Sack. These freaking losers, dude. They just don't even block. They're like, eh. Oh, this O-line, man. They suck. It's getting pushed on their ass, man. Oh my God. Man got pushed on his ass. Another punt coming up. Punts away. Here's a return, but he's going backwards. Ends up at his own 40. Wow. All right, so 21-17 Titans. 13:51 to go in the game. First and 10. Oh, man. Another year where it's just like, I'm ready for the season to end, to be honest. Offensive line is getting their ass kicked, man. All right, under center for Ward at their own 26-yard line. Missing tackles. Gets about 2. That's Spears. All righty. 2nd and 8. No, it's still coming down pretty good. Dumps it off, and it's dropped. 3rd and 8. Garrett only has 1 sack today. He's still, I think, 3 shy of the record. Third and 8. Back to pass. Wide open. No one bothers to cover these guys. I just stand there and watch him as he's wide open. Weak ass defense, dude. And these guys ain't trying to win. Look at that amazing coverage, just leaving them wide open. Huh. That's incomplete. He was lucky it was a forward pass. Job by Bush to pressure him. 12:31 to go, 2nd and 10. You know, I keep calling for a turnover, but I just know that one that we got earlier is probably all we're going to get. Especially because we can't seem to get pressure and dudes are always wide open. And we get whistles. Full start. 2nd down. That's on Okonkwo, the tight end. I think he was a little too anxious to get going. Little twitch. $12:31 to go, 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Was intercepted. Harden was right there. Kind of an awkward throw. That would have been one hell of a pick for Harden. Because the receiver was right there too. The running back. Throw was a little off and tipped by the receiver. And yeah, Harden, if his arms maybe would have been like more like this, but he was like this. I think he was bracing for falling. 3rd and 15. Okay, Miles, there's your chance to make a big play here and get us the ball back. Or not. Spears inside the 20. Getting gashed like they got Derrick Henry. Losers can't tackle nobody, man. Break a tackle, break a tackle, break a tackle, break a tackle. Weakest tackling team I've ever seen. These losers legit cannot tackle to save their lives. That's 3rd and 20. Was there a hold? I wonder if there's a hold because this is 3rd and 20 now. That must have been. Huh. Something. It's 3rd and 20. I'm sorry. There must have been a hold or something. Look that up. What the hell? They didn't even like show the ref, you know what I'm saying? Holding offense. All I saw was freaking Spears running free, but it's 4th and 12. Well, it gonna matter because our O line is gonna get sunned again, like they have been. Oh, oh, it was a legal shift. Okay, illegal shift on the Titans. So that, yeah. Still, ball will roll into the end zone for a touchback. This team's losing on purpose. We've been doing that. Intercepted. Damn. Monroe got picked off by Benford. 63-yard pick six. Damn, Bengals. He straight up said, "Give me that." Damn. Damn, Joe. 1st and 10. 12 of 24, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns for Sanders, 1 interception. Ham, of course, 12 for 26, 108 yards, and a touchdown and a pick. 11:07 to go. Sampson lost the ball, but I think he was down. Well, he was down to me, but thought he was down, but I guess not. Dumb team, dude. I hate this team. I thought he was down, but I guess not. Nope, he wasn't down. Oh, gotta love this feeble ass offense now. Gotta love it. I'm gonna lose to the damn Titans. Just send everyone off, dude. Tommy Reese, you can go back to college. Kevin, do whatever. I don't even care. It's gonna be 28-17 here in a minute. Because these losers can't tackle, so yeah. 10:47 to go. I would love to see us get a turnover here, but it ain't gonna happen. Hmm. The damn sure ain't gonna force a fumble. They're down. Guess the only hope is hold them to a field goal, but even then. So I guess my whole entire weekend is just going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes basketball team winning, and then the other bum ass teams that I root for all lose, except for the Buckeye football team. They get a pass. Hot touchdown. Too easy. Bum ass cornerbacks getting cooked by randoms. Okay. Yep. So on brand for this weak ass team. So on brand. Freaking Miles Harden. Hey, Miles, you're supposed to be guarding the receiver, not standing off 5 yards away. God. Such a bum ass team, dude.
I get it. It's hard to change. Me, I'm pretty hard.
Now, then,
Same thing, seven.
so like this for 5 minutes.
Same coach for a month. Haven't switched my.
Uh,
Same spot.
What strange person
So he does
to, for NFL Network, watch the game and try to. They have a better way of doing it. Yeah.
like I said in my freaking video, they need to get the hell out of this dump. Still get the first overall pick, though, right?
So you're not still paid? What else is this thing? What? Is there something wrong with my hair?
Hey, one thing. These last few weeks have made a Sunday ticket worth it. Last year, I think we only had maybe 2 or 3 games all year on Sunday ticket. I think we've had more games this year, the last 3 weeks, on Sunday ticket than like most of all last year. That's crazy, isn't it? Wow. I'm just happy. I'm just happy that this team wasn't given a primetime game because I couldn't stand, imagine the whole entire country watching this bum ass team. Notre Dame has declined a bowl invitation after being snubbed from the CFP playoff. Wow. That's weak, man. They're so mad that they didn't make the playoff, that they're like, we don't want to go to a bowl game. So your seniors are just done now, right? Not one more game for your seniors or anything. Or if anything, maybe get the backups a chance to get some shine. Just you're done. See you in March for spring camp. Oh, and Denzel Ward is also out with a freaking injury. No surprise. It's not a concussion though. No wonder our secondary's been getting cooked like that. Denzel's out. No wonder. Well, let's see what the Browns try to do here, down by 11.
What is it?
All right, shotgun for Shador. Back to pass. Throws it up. Oh, and drop. Send Marcus Freeman to the Browns and fire Kevin. Nah, he ain't gonna come to the NFL.
Why wasn't your radio on? My radio never on. Well, there you go.
Sanders rolls to his right. Throws it away. Oh, he caught it. Judkins. Incomplete. This team's a bunch of losers, dude. O-line's a bunch of bums. Receivers stink for the most part, except for Fannin. Honestly, Judy hasn't been bad either. Yeah. Bums can't even catch the ball in bounds. Third and 10. Well, that time by Tillman near midfield. First down. Good stuff. 9:02 to go here in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to get on their horses here to move down the field. Back to pass. Flag. Once again, false start. So again, 5 steps forward, 3 steps back. Illegal snap. Wow, Notre Dame is not playing in a bowl game. That's tough. They're so mad that they didn't make the CFP that they're not even playing in a bowl game. That's tough, man. Well, it's simple. Don't lose to A&M and Miami in the first 2 weeks of the season. And join the damn conference. Throws it away. Shotgun for Sanders. Back to pass. Tipped at the line. Back to pass. Incomplete. Fourth down. Yeah, these losers ain't winning another game the rest of the year. They ain't. Oh, yeah, right as he was coming in for the ball. That was honestly close to being PI, but nope, right on time. Oh, blocked punt. Oh, lovely. Oh, yep, that just adds to it. Wow. Just adds to it. I mean, damn, Bjorkes, why don't you just take a little extra time to, you know, punt the ball? To right into the gut of the defender. Yeah, Bubba needs to be fired. Another lovely game for special teams. There's a handoff. Gets another chunk of yards. Oh, 740 and counting. Bubba will be promoted. Knowing the Browns, they would do it too. I don't know how you can keep Bubba Ventrone after these last 2 weeks. Back to pass. And there's Garrett finally getting in there, makes the tackle loss of a couple. Mm. 41-yard attempt. There really isn't any wind. Kick is up. Got it. Snuck it past the upright. And it's 31-17. Giving up 31 points to the Titans. Like I said when we lost to the Jets, I mean, if you're a one-win team and you want to try to you want to get another win, face this bum-ass Browns team. Unless you're the Raiders and the Dolphins. Still can't believe this team beat the Packers. I don't know how that happened. We'll keep Kevin and draft Drew Aller. Yeah, Bubba Ventrone needs to be fired like tonight. Well, not the game end, just fire him now. 39-34 Bills. 2 minutes to go in that game. Bills are going to beat the Bengals, it looks like. Here, I thought Miles was going to have a heyday. But instead, we got nothing. Here's the return. Ford with a decent return. Nice. He's sad how that's probably one of the better kick returns they've had this year. Bubba is worse than Joe Woods ever was, even though they're different positions, but still. No, Bubba Ventrone is the Joe Woods of special teams coaches. Not even kidding. Cam Ward. They hold the first overall pick in 26. They're projected 120 million in cap space, which is second in the NFL. To pass. Pressure. Avoids the sack somehow. Throws it away. I think Key almost took him out, but he shook him off. Here is it? The Patriots, Broncos, and Bears are all really good. Who would have thought? But gain of about 8. Fannin. And there's a flag down. Holding. Holding on Leviston. Always, of course. Always. Like, what a difference of 2 halves, right? What a difference of 2 halves. First half, Browns look great. Moving the ball down the field. And then second half, they just gave up. Practically. I ain't seen nothing from the offense in the second half. Honestly, we haven't seen much of anything from both sides of the ball. And there's Sampson. Gets all those yards back. Third down. And about maybe 3. There's a good play to Sampson, too. 3rd and 5. 5:30 and counting. Back to pass. Sack. Nope. Oh, oh he's out cold, man. And there's a flag. That's going to be on Woods. Tillman got whacked. Again. Wow. Caught the ball and then, ooh. Freaking Tillman. What's this flag end up being on us? Yeah. Yeah, he launched himself into Tillman. So that'd be a free first down. And now Tillman is once again getting looked at. You know, I feel bad for Tillman because, like, when he actually looks good, he gets hurt every time. Every time I look, he's hurt for some reason. Concussions and other stuff. Judging by the way his hands were looking, that's a concussion and a half. So right back on the concussion protocol for Tillman. So he is walking off, which is good. With the Saints win over the Bucks, Tampa Bay and Carolina are tied atop the NFC South at 7-6. Wow. 7-6 and you're leading the division. Once again, the NFC South is garbage. Or maybe it's just mid. I don't know, but your division leaders are 7-6. What has it been that the NFC South has been like that for a couple years now? Mid, at best. So 1st and 10, 5:14 to go in the game. Snow has been coming down pretty consistently here. It's not like a blizzard. It's not like what it was on that Thursday night game last year, but it's coming down at a good pace. 5:14 to go inside Titan territory. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Steps up. Throws. Caught by Fannin. And that's a first down. Yeah, I think Njoku's out for the game because I haven't seen him at all since that touchdown. And he gets a target from Shedeur and he gets hurt. Sucks to see. I thought he maybe just landed on the ball, but I think he hurt his knee. 1st and 10 at the inside the 30. Caught. That's Larvadain. First down inside the 15 and a flag down. Face mask possibly here. Right there. Yeah, he's all up in the face right there. That's on Gray. Yeah. That's a face mask, and that'll add to the end of the run. Run's about to make this thing very interesting at the end here. That's for sure. 4:49 to go. 31-17. They're inside the 10. Can they actually put it in the end zone, though? That's the question. Back to pass. Sack. Oh. Runs away from the pressure. He's going to run in for a touchdown. Well, alrighty then. All that zooming around, and he gets it in himself. Nice run by Shedeur. – 31-23. And I believe they're going to go for 2 here. Look, he was going to get sacked. He kind of skedaddled out of it. And then zooms in for the end zone. So the Browns ain't dead yet. They're going to go for 2 here. 4:27 to go. The hell was that? And they're going to take it the other way. The hell was that attempt? These guys literally can't do crap when it comes to snapping the ball. 2-point conversion, and it's like, oh, what the heck even happened? They dropped the damn snap. Can these guys just simply snap the ball correctly? They can't do anything right. Could have just taken the extra point, been down by a touchdown, but now guess what? Now if we score again, now we really got to go for 2. Why was Grace slowing down? I don't. It's weird. They can't do anything right because they're the Browns. Always muffing and bobbling the snaps. Huh. There's a special teams blunder basically every week with the Browns team. They ain't lying though. On Twitter, oh, he's out of breath. That's why. Someone on Twitter was even saying like they're gonna lose this game because of special teams. And sure enough, that freaking blocked punt. That's where it ended up. Because that was a field goal. Yep. Hits away. In the end zone, touchback. Well, Ron's got to get the ball back here. Of course, they could have just went for the extra point and made it a 1 touchdown lead. I get going for 2 though. Make it where if you score again, you take the lead. Just they can't do anything right, so they bobble the snap and because again, these losers literally can't do anything right. Oh, Shedeur. Ooh. 4:27 to go. Loss of a yard. Wow, they actually stopped him. 4:20 to go, and now they have all 3 timeouts. 2nd down. Surprised when if they go for 2, they don't do a wildcat. 31 points and 184 rush yards for them, and Pollard 159 rush yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, it's pretty clear Gray ran out of gas. They showed him on the sideline freaking huffing oxygen. Sanders, 302 passing yards and 3 total touchdowns. Definitely his best game as a pro for sure. Hands it off, and you'll get about 2. 3rd down. You know how big a turnover would be right here? Again, we only seemingly get 1 turnover a game, aside from the Dolphins game, which we got, what, 3 turnovers? And one of those, of course, was the pick six. So far today, only 1 turnover, and that was, well, 1 defensive turnover. Devin Bush picked off Ward. He read Ward's eyes like a book and stepped right in front of the route. Shotgun for Cam Ward. There you go. Damn. 4th down. 2:52 to go. So they're going to use the timeout here. They have 2 remaining. They're going to have 2:52 to go down the field and score. Because again, they have to go for 2. Stefanski's coach, like he was checked out. It's away. It'll bounce, fielded, and he'll get a few yards. But that's it. All right. Well, the offense will have the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts if they can hold the ball that long. And we'll see what Shedeur can cook up. Again, if they were to score, they would need a 2-point conversion. I can't even trust him to get that right. But Shedeur showing the mobility and doing what he did at Colorado. Escape ability is insane. Franchise history: first rookie QB with 300 plus pass yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown in a game. Shotgun for Shedeur at their own 20. Pass to Fannin. 1st down. And a flag. Holding offense. He's looking for the passer. That's on Ward. Jihad Ward, I believe. I believe that'll add a free 15. Let's see here. It's all up. He hit him high. You can hit the quarterback a little late, but you can't hit him high. Regardless of when you hit him, you can't hit him high. So that'll put him right around midfield with 2:36 to go. To pass. Sanders dumps it off to Sampson. Gets about 8 yards. 2:25 to go. If they had gone for 2 and made it. And false start. These losers freaking can't do nothing right, bro. Again, 5 steps forward, 2 steps backwards. They can never reel together multiple successful plays without messing up. They get too antsy, like, oh, I gotta go. Gotta go right now. Oh, man. Well, 2:11, 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught by Larvadain. Go down. God. 2 minutes coming up here. All right, 2-minute warning. Browns, of course, are going to make it interesting here. This just shows that, once again, special teams, the blocked punt, once again, special teams cost us. Again, the Jets game last week and this week. Special teams has hurt us the last few weeks now. Oh, man. Oh, well. Someone call a tow truck and have them remove Ventrone's car from the stadium. Take his key card away while you're at it, too. I've never seen a coach suck at his job this bad, position coach, and still be on the job. This is probably going to be the third game that we've lost because of him, his unit. I mean, of course, that Jets game, that was all his unit. Giving up 2 special teams touchdowns, 14 points off special teams alone. Last week against the Niners, the bobbled snaps, the missed play when the ball was going out of bounds, right? He went after it when he could have just let it go, and it would have been a free yards. No. And then, of course, the returns that have been given up too. This team just cannot put it together. You know? If you want to compare our teams to a scientist, right? The Guardians are that scientist that doesn't have the funds, but he'll make things work with what he has. Right? The Cavs, they're that extremely rich scientist that cooks up concoctions with the best that money can buy. Because Dan Gilbert is rich as hell, and he will pay a lot of money for everything. Well, these losers, they're rich, but they don't know what they're doing. And it keeps blowing up in their face. Back to pass. Samson. How did we get going? Damn. So he was going to break the tackle and go in for the touchdown. Minute 48 and counting. 1st and 10. Again, thanks to that bobbled snap on the 2-point conversion, they would need to go for 2 and get it. Oh, breaking tackles by Samson. Nice. Inside the 15. Or 15. Back to pass. Dumps it off to Ford. And there's a flag down. This is probably going to be a face mask. I think it'll be a face mask. That's Gray again. It's another face mask on Gray. He's all he does. It's right in front of the ref. That'll be a free 15. 1st down. Minute 13 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Again, if we do score, we would have to get the 2-point conversion. Back to pass. Bobbled it. No, it's incomplete. Can't even execute a side pass like that. Watch him not score here. That might have been tipped. Yep, it was slightly tipped by the fingertips. I think that's 23. Is that Gray that did it again? That tipped it? Under shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it up. Caught by Lauren. Caught. Touchdown. Now, if only they had gotten that 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion coming up here, I believe. Oh, yeah, it's 29. That's right. There we go. 31-29, 2-point conversion pending. Cannon goes up and gets it. But now they got to get the 2-point conversion. Judkins, Wildcat. Oh, hooked. Oh my God. Now let me just run around, run around, run around. So yeah, they're gonna lose by 2 because again, another failed 2-point conversion. Guys, you're supposed to go to the end zone. I would have broke out the freaking Cleveland special. I see that's where you did Judkins miss his like cue to pitch it to Larvadane? Because brain mush. Oh, this team is just a bunch of mush brain losers when it comes to this stuff. I mean, they got to get the now. They got to get the freaking onside kick, which they're not gonna get. Shador looked good though. 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. They should have did the Dontari Poe thing. Fake it, run, and then little hop pass. That's what happens when you go do Wildcat way too often. These other teams expect it. So here's the onside kick. So they're going to lose because of 2 missed 2-point conversions, pretty much. Got it. Browns still have 2 timeouts with 1:02 to go. And they lost that 1 timeout because of a failed challenge. I don't know why they got to stop doing the Wildcat. It's clear, like the whole league knows about it now. That's why you don't do it every friggin' time. And then you got Judkins running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Like, of course nobody's open. You're not a freaking thrower. Pollard gets about 3. Timeout. Second down. This whole division sucks. All right. Timeout. They have 1 remaining. Of course, they get down the end. They get down. They score, but they can't execute the 2-point conversion. First fan, buddy, I think you're lost. Tank play call? No, I don't know what the heck they were doing. I think it might have been like a reverse, but Judkins missed his cue because he had Larvadane going the other way. There was supposed to be like a pitch to Larvadane, and maybe Larvadane throws it or something, but there was nothing there. 2nd and 8. Down. Well, unless we force a fumble or something, which that's not going to happen. 4 touchdowns today total for Shador. 365 passing yards. Sheesh. Because we couldn't stop Pollard and Spears, and they failed at 2-point conversions. Lost in the worst way possible? That's tough. Need Miles to get a strip sack, but they're not going to throw it. They're not the Philly Eagles. They're not going to throw it here. Oh, that for a yard. But he was just eating up time. Yeah, there's going to be like no time left. Yep. So that's going to do it for the game. Yep. Thanks a lot to the 2-point conversions that were failed. And also giving up 31 to the freaking Titans. Oy vey. So we scored 29 and lose. This game of Shador's career by far. In the end, you got to convert 2-point conversions. And doing the same old, wildcat formation every week, teams are going to get film on it. And when your O-line is very bad, you can't trust them. So the Browns are going to lose. They'll fall to 3-10. Titans are 2-11 now. And we got the Bears next week. So that's going to wrap it up. I will see you all. It's going to be weird not streaming the Cavs for almost a whole week, but yeah, they're off until Friday. And then the Buckeyes football team doesn't play until late December, into January, damn near. Oh, they play on December 31st, so literally New Year's Eve. So yeah, no Buckeyes for that until then. Find something to do, We'll see if the Guardians do anything. It is winter meetings, so we'll see if anything pops off there. But yeah, this team, they look good. They still stink. It is what it is. Not surprised that they couldn't execute a 2-point conversion. They look like they didn't know what the hell to do. I don't know what Judkins was doing. Just lean forward, push your guys forward and get in the end zone. You think they were trying to do like a reverse, but Judkins missed his cue. That's what I assume. I don't know. That's my guess, based off of how things were going. So that's gonna wrap it up, and we'll see what happens this week. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. No. Bum-ass team. Fire freaking Bubba. God. Honestly, you really can't be giving up 150 plus yards to Tony Pollard. And even more yards to Tajay Spears. Up 30 points to the Titans. And again, when we give up more than 20 points to any team, we always usually lose. We have Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. We are screwed. That's tough. Both our teams have a coach named Kevin, and they're both low-key dinguses. Gee. And of course, I think they actually worked with each other too, previously. So, I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Bye-bye. I'm gonna get me something to eat because I just realized I haven't eaten all day. I gotta stop with that. You just forgot to eat? Well, yeah, I woke up at like 10:30-ish. And then I went live for the bracket reveal. And then I went live for this. So yeah. Oh well. What are the Browns doing next year at head coach and QB? I don't know. I assume Kevin will still be here. And I'm thinking right now, the way Shador's looking, they might stick with him. But who knows? And Deshaun will be back too. Yeah. Yay. But I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Bye-bye. Oh, best team.